Hi everybody, it's Julie. Hello and welcome. Hello. Check that out, a thumbs down before we even start. So apparently there seems to be somebody out there that thinks that I need a thumbs down on every junk journal video that I make. Yeah, so whatever. Whatever. Before it even started, that's yeah. So, hello everybody, and we are going to be doing embellishments today. And so, welcome. I hope that this time works out and we get some people that don't usually get to come on because of the time. And so, okay, so let's go ahead and jump right in and get started. And yeah, so I have a variety of items here. We're going to work in the same journal that we worked in yesterday. And you can see I've got some trims and stuff on the table. So we'll be working in this journal. And you know what, let's go ahead and start with the tassel and get that hassle out of the way. Ha ha ha. So I've got lots of things here. I've got some book pages. I've got the calendar page. Some more pieces of the gift bag. The cards that we had left. There's an envelope like the other one. I don't know which all will get done today, but we have all kinds of fun things to work with. So for our tassel, I have this amazing yarn that I picked up. I think I got this at Joann's, and it is got the colors in it like we're using, and it has a variety of like thicknesses. I think that this will be a really fun trim to use. Oh, excuse me. I can't catch my breath. Weird. Let's see. I have some eyelash trim. Matches our butterfly. A lighter trim. Some shiny ribbon. And then I have the fabric like we used yesterday. So I have I have that we can cut. Darn, I don't like the color with it. But this had butterflies on it. I thought it would be perfect, but I don't like the color with it. So yeah, so it's gonna go back in the stash. Back in the stash. So let's go ahead, and I hope everybody is good today. So far, so good here. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a 10, it's going to be a 5-inch tassel. I'm going to cut my pieces. Well, actually, it could depend on how long this is. Sometimes it's our fabric that tells us how long. Looks like they're going to be 10.5 inches. So my tassel will be about a 5 1/4 tassel. And so we can go ahead and start by just cutting. Oh, we have we have an, of course we do. Okay, let's go here. So we're 10 inches up here. So it'll be, jeez, Julie. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and start a few places. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start it. Since this piece was already kind of ripped, I'm going to go ahead and just rip it. Okay, so I'm going to have 2 of these for my tassel. My thumb doesn't want to work today. It's cold. Okay, and then I'll have 2 pieces for something else. Okay. Then I have this lace, and I like, when I'm looking for lace, if I can find something that is pieces. Okay, so you see how those, it's actually two pieces of lace together. It saves money because you get twice as much, because I'm going to cut it in half. So first I'm going to come down and I'll cut my lace. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and just cut it down the center. That'll give me two pieces of this. Okay. Now, if you don't have lace, you might have lace on that garment that you were going to give to the Goodwill that's closed. Our Goodwill's closed, and they laid everybody off here. Very sad. So, there we go. And then maybe some ribbon. So we'll go ahead and cut a couple pieces of the ribbon. And then I'll put the other piece up here with the others. Then we have our eyelash trim. I love eyelash trim in a tassel, especially if it's the right color. So I'm cutting right now, I'm cutting two of each piece. Okay, so that can go over there. Then we've got our, so this one's, it's going to be a fluffy tassel. You could do, if you only have, enough to do one piece, go ahead and do one piece of each, of whatever you have. Okay. I had this white ribbon. And, oh yeah, our big, really cool I'm going to do a few pieces of this because it gives us the pink color. Oh, look, it's attached right there. Put that up there. Cool thing about a junk journal is, nothing is trash. Okay, so I did 4 of those. Okay, so this was from my mom's stash, and it has a variety of items. I kind of like, since we already have eyelash that's blue, I think I like this sheer ribbon. And I just saw this. I don't know if I can. This. Oh my gosh, I love. Okay, love this too. I'm gonna go ahead and put these back where they go. Put that under. But I really like this. Oops, sorry. Look at that. Oh my gosh, is that not so cool? If you've ever been yarn shopping and you're like, what the heck would somebody use that for? Look at that. Isn't that cool? Okay. So, new appreciation for yarns and trims. Oh, and thank you, Mimi. I really like this one here. I don't think I'm going to put any more black, but I'm going to save that because I might use it for my other things. And, okay, so I'm just going to kind of separate things out. It changes anyway when I put it together. It all moves. It all moves. It all goes into its own little place. Okay, so go ahead and kind of figure out where the center is. And there's that, but I want the black on top and the eyelash trim. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull it across. Now, if you remember in my mom's, one of the things we went through, we found all those little white, these. So I'm going to use one of those. Oh my God. Hi, Samantha. I wonder if anybody else is stuck over there. It was kind of weird because the part 4 showed up all the way to the left. I actually went looking for the video thinking that maybe I didn't put it up right. But there it was. And I know it's confusing because I did pictures of my living room. Maybe that's what the thumbs up or thumbs down was. Maybe they thought they were going to get to see my living room. No, just kidding. They just don't like me, actually. We probably know who it is. So, heck, a lot of the artists have turned their notifications off. You can't even put a thumbs up on some of their videos or a thumbs down because people were being so ugly. Okay, so I've pulled it through. I'm going to go ahead and I'm evening it out. And then I'm going to pull it down. I want to make sure that I like the way that the top looks as well as the way that it's fluffed. Okay. And I'm going to use some wire. One of the things you might have in your home is a twisty tie. So you can use a twisty tie to do this. You can also just tie it with some other thread. But I like to use wire. The thumbs down was before I even got here. And I wasn't even late. So who knows? Okay, so I'm just wrapping it around. And then I'm going to go ahead and on my last wrap, I'm going to, since they came around together, I'm going to go ahead and tie them together. Okay, like that. And then I have these charms, and they're already made, and I got them on a very good deal. So okay, so I can go ahead and I'm going to put this up underneath the other piece. Okay, so I'm just going to carefully take my scissors and move this just up and out of the way so that it doesn't get anybody. There we go. Okay, so up and out of the way. And then I'm going to take a bulb pin. If you don't have a bulb pin, thank you, Bonnie. the wire, I don't, but it's probably 22. This is, I call it wreath wire. There's another word for it. It escapes me right now. I get this in the wreath section of Michaels. So it's very pliable. You see, very, very easy to maneuver. And I love that it comes on this little piece of wood. So I have it in all different colors too. So we're just going to go ahead and we have a butterfly. Imagine that. I'm going to go ahead and attach my butterfly onto the front of my wire. Okay. So attaching it and then pulling it through like that. And there I'll have my little butterfly. Okay, so a very, very simple, remember this is a beginner's class, so we're doing a very simple tassel. It is line everything up, and then you can cut off the stragglers if you want to. I did. Another thing you can do is, like if I had more ribbons in here, you can tie your ribbons and it will help to fluff it out. It's another thing I like to do. Yeah, okay. So there we go. Very, very simple. Then you can also use a bulb pin. Yeah, Bonnie wants to know how many just made a tassel along with me. So there we go. Very, very, very simple. Ready to be attached. And you have all the colors from the journal right there. And it just, okay. So one of the things we should have done, and I didn't, was, and my amazing hole punch is in the DIY stuff. So let's see if we have a regular hole punch. We have a diamond. We have a heart. We have the gigantic hole punch. We have, what is that? A star? Is that a star? A butterfly. What is that? Well, let's see. This came out of my mom's stuff. Oh, it's a butterfly. I didn't even know. We're going to leave that out. I didn't even know. I just put the hole punches. I just did it a couple days ago. Just put all the hole punches in that were in my mom's thing. I just put them all in my drawer. Okay, so I'm just going to go down the center. And this is on the composition book. On a regular, the other one, I would probably put the hole closer to the front. But I think that will be fine here. You can go ahead and add an eyelet. I'm not going to today because I don't have my eyelet setter. That's also on that crocodile. So I can just go ahead and add this. And now I have a beautiful tassel to go with my journal. Okay. So next we're going to go ahead. We did make one paper clip yesterday. So we're going to go ahead and make another paper clip today. We're going to start with one using this black Project Life card. And I'm going to use a butterfly clip. Okay, so a butterfly. Perfect, right? Because we're making a butterfly journal. We use a butterfly paper clip. Put that up there. I don't know if I might need it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and fold this in half. And it has rounded corners. So I am going to go ahead And I am going to round my corners just so it kind of matches. And of course, I've grabbed the wrong corner rounder, so we have a different type of corner. So I'll round all 4. No big deal. Okay, so I made this cute little card here. I'm going to go ahead and this has got space. I don't want one with space. And I can't go over. There's a whole box of them right there. And I'm tied up. Tied up. I can't go over there. Does Walmart have fabric tack? I was going to order from Michael's. I was going to order fabric tack the other day, and I couldn't find any on the Michael's website. And then I found another bottle that has some in it. So I'm like, okay. So I may be hot gluing since they added days, right? So do we have anybody here that has never gotten to be on a live video? A Dear Julie live video? There we go. So I'm going all the way around the outside of the card and around the paper clip. Okay. And I like fabric tack especially when I'm working on videos because it works so fast. But also on these, it works really well because it will go, it works really well with the paper clips. Oh, it's your second one, Marique? Yay. Donna, you kicked yourself off. Debbie, yours does. You guys, I hate it. I have to go out. So I'm going to mail. I have stuff to get in the mail. And then I have to go to the store. We're out of stuff. I thought we would be fine. I thought we would be fine. I wish we had chickens that were laying eggs. Debbie, it's your second one. Welcome. All the way from the Netherlands. Yay. Oh. I will check. I've bought it at Joann's before. The thing is somebody showed a really cute paper pad at Michael's, and it has bunnies and swans. And I really liked it. So I was like going to go and get that. And it was a regular price paper pad. It wasn't even a hot buy. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go get that. I'm going to get that because I think it's so cute. And then, I was like, and I need fabric tack. And then, lo and behold, no fabric tack. So needless to say, I did not purchase it. So I'm going to go ahead before I forget, and I'm going to grab one of these charms. And we will make some charms also. But I had these on the desk. That butterfly was staring at me. The colors of a couple of these are perfect. And one of the things that's really cool, you could have these already made, your little flat paper clips. So this one will hold a really good size, and it holds really well as long as it's not like that. Okay. So if you make these ahead of time and then you're decorating, the really cool thing is you can still decorate your edge because you can go back and thread it over the back piece, even though it's already been done there. Okay, so that's one of the things I really like about being able to make these. There's a lot of things I like about making these, but that's one of them. Okay, so let's see. What do we have that we can decorate with? Aha, we have the paper pad, the back of the calendar. We have the back of the calendar. And we used the poppy was what we used in this particular journal was the poppy. So I'm going to use it off of here. So there's the poppy. Okay, now we're going to decorate. And I did grab... Okay, so I've got my stuff ready for today's celebration video. You guys are going to want to bring a file folder to the celebration. So if you finished your journal in February and you got your invitation to the party, it's today, and we are... Okay, so I'm going to have this, because of the dangle, I'm going to have this go in from the side. So I kind of want to... Oh, you know what? I like the poppy kind of crooked. I'm going to go ahead and put the poppy down. There's Carol. Hi, Carol. I was hoping you'd be able to make it. I was hoping. I was like, I wonder if Carol will be able to make it with this different time. And if it's a better time, I don't know. Is it better or is it worse? Yes, everybody bring, if you're coming to the, if you finished your journal and you're coming to the celebration party, bring a file folder. Actually, bring a couple. Bring a couple of regular size file folders. Okay, or if you don't have one, then 8.5 by 11 paper, I guess. Or we'll measure it. Okay, we'll measure it. I'm going to do a little, like I usually do, I'll do a little, well, not usually. I've done it a few times where I do a little Facebook video real quick telling you what to bring. So I will still do that. Okay, so I have this piece of lace. This is from that estate sale that I went to last month. So you're also going to want to bring lace to the celebration. So I've got some lace. Now I'm using this really small lace, but it's just a little bit smaller than the lace that you can get at Dollar Tree when they have it. I love that lace. It's actually a really good deal at 33 cents. You know, you get 3 yards and it comes out to 33 cents a yard. And these days that is a good price. I can't find my pen. Roto-Rooter. Okay, let's see if that helped. You guys, I made pineapple upside down cake last night and it turned out perfect. It was so good. Okay, so adding just a little piece of lace, and then you know, maybe a postage stamp if we had one that was not a flag. And we are using, oh, you know what? I've done this off of here before. Okay, so we have our notepad, one of the notepads that I'm using. Put those away so I don't accidentally use those. I'm going to go ahead and cut another square. Nope, don't like it. Don't like it. Okay. If you have some words, laughter is a smile that explodes. I don't like that. Okay, if I have a button that has some, oh, nope, that won't work. I'm in a button box here. Well, sometimes you just gotta go with something else because we've got these little flowers. I think if we go with the light one and the blue, put them up. Okay. Got some mess here on the everybody's cooking all kinds of good stuff. I am really tired of cooking. I did make pizza last night. I mean, I had DiGiorno pizza. Had DiGiorno pizza. Yes, I admit we had some DiGiorno pizza. So again, I would really like to add some words, but I don't have any just around that are appropriate. But that's what I would probably put on there. You know, maybe search your book that you've got. And the only thing I have this. Yeah. There. Tulips. That was the picture I just put on the other thing. Our tulips. We had 5 tulips come up this year. That's like really cool for us. Okay. Another thing that you can do is you can add a little bit of trim to the little thing. So here is that same stuff, but in gold. And to add a trim, you just go ahead and go around the backing. And there you go. Okay, just so we've got a little more stuff hanging off the edge. And I'll keep looking for some words to go on there. But that gives us a flat paper clip that we'll be able to put in the journal. And when we find it, oh, there it is. Okay. And then it can come off and hang off the edge. It's really kind of fun to have things hanging off the edge. So we have our tassel and we have our first paper clip. So another thing that we can do is, this is ribbon that is wired. Okay, so it's wired ribbon and I've gathered it. This one I ruffled. Okay, so I ruffled it where the wires are gathered. So another embellishment that you can add to your journal is to add tabs. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. And what I did is I just went ahead and I ruffled it. I just folded the wired side. It was this big. It was double this size. Oh my gosh, I think I did these like 2 years ago, you guys. Cut these, and we're still March. I'm still trying to bust my stash. I will show you pictures of the closet that I'm working on. I am taking all my 12 by 12 single paper and putting it into these two things so that I can, and it's like at waist level, so I can see it. I don't have to bend down to get to it. And because my knees don't like that, especially in the winter when it's cold. So there we go. We're going to go ahead and add this. And I'm using the fabric tack because this tab is fabric. And just attaching it onto the edge. And just because we are live and we want to go on to the next thing and not sit here and hold this forever, I am going to go ahead and staple it. Okay, so if you don't want to wait, you can go ahead and staple your edge, and then see, look how pretty that looks coming out of the side of your journal. So we have 4 of those black papers in here. And so what I'm thinking is we'll go down and we'll put 4 tabs going down in the journal. So a tab would be an embellishment. And so there we go. So there's our first one. So come down and we're on the stack a note page. So yesterday, if you didn't get to see, we made embellishments. Or no, I call them elements. And to me, an element is something that adds to the book and it has a function. An element to me has a function, where an embellishment is pretty. I guess. I don't know. There we go. So there we have tab number 2. We'll come down to the third one. Here we have our fabric flip. And yes, I know. I haven't found one yet for in here. Oh, you just made my breath. You just made me lose my breath. I was going through looking for pictures of my mom today, and there was 2 pictures of her garden chairs, empty garden chairs, and yep. I'll have to find one. I don't have one set aside right here. It's kind of funny though, they have shown up to be able to be in most of the journals. You know, a little empty garden bench has shown up somewhere. So okay. File folder, lace. We're going to be making embellishments. So you're gonna want the embellishment pieces of the kit that your antique pansy kit. You're going to, this is for the party, if you finished your journal, your February journal, and you're coming to the party. So, and the large tags. So the mini journal kit, I will post the numbers after we're done here. I just couldn't do everything this morning. I needed to make my mom's post, and then I went to get some 12 by 12 paper, and next thing you knew, I rearranged my paper closet. It's actually really cool. I'm liking it. I'm going to take the doors off of my closet, I think, and just make my room bigger. I have those big sliding doors, and it makes the stupid closet, it's so dark, it's hard to see anything in there. And so my husband won't like the idea at first, and then I'll tell him, and then he'll come back and he'll probably have a way for it to even be better. So yeah, that's how we do things out here. You took your doors off too, Joyce? Yeah, I've got to figure out where I can put them to keep them nice. So poor thing, he has all this stuff to build a shed for me, but then he's like, except for like the siding or something, something. And so then he's like, well, then I'm going to have to spend the money on that. Well, we might as well make something nice. So needless to say, it's still in the planning stages. So I haven't moved the stuff out of the grand room. Because as soon as I find a place for everything, then the shed that I am getting, which is going to be like a warehouse kind of thing. It's going to I just want to be able to go and have the totes on shelves. And so these might be a little big. I'll have to decide. I might need to cut them a little shorter, but those are tabs. I really like that. And then I think I want some lace, but this lace is probably not, yeah, it's not big enough. So we'll have to find the other lace. And yeah, I agree. So one day I went and I got all my lace out of the bags, and I cut up a box, a beer box apparently, and I put them on like this. Oh my gosh, it's been wonderful. I need to do it again because I got another bag of lace from Selena at Amore Fabriques, and I haven't ever put that one on the pieces, but that's a great, for me, a great TV watching project. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this down. And I'm going to look in here, and I have, well, the map will give me a page that will bring it out. Okay, so bringing the lace out to the edge. If you like the pretty edges on things. So then I have this page with the border tuck. I think that would be a good page to have some lace. Possibly this one. And then I want one. And then we have our other map page. And here I can put it on the back side. Okay, even though we will have a paper clip holding that. I'll have to figure that out. Actually, we might not need the paper clip anymore. Okay, but we'll still put it there because we made it. Okay, so we'll put one of these in, and then I'll move on to the next thing. Just showing you that that we can add lace to the edge of a page, and that will soften the outside of our book if that's something that you wanted to do. You see how pretty that is? I there we go. Oh, came home to find the carpet. You know, I'm tempted. Our carpet is, oh my gosh, this house is 35 years old, and it's the original carpet. And literally, I tripped over a sand dune in the carpet, and I told him, I said, "That's it. That is it." So I was going to get carpet with the little job I was doing, the teaching YouTube job that I was doing at the park, teaching the kids about how to have a YouTube channel. That's what I was going to do with my... Oh, well. Oh, well. Okay, so I'm going to use this plastic, and it's going to make it so that I don't end up with glue on another page. But you see what we have there? We have that beautiful lace edge. Again, I would add it here and probably to the other music page as well, and then to the other map page. So both music pages and both map pages, because they come out about the same. Okay? So tassel, big paper clip, and that. Okay, so we can go ahead and look through, and we need something here. It needs to be kind of bigger. So we have this beautiful, this is from the bag. Okay, it has a little bit of a compromise down here. Okay, and you can go ahead, and I'm gonna add our lace to the top. And then we can use some of the papers that we've been using, similar to like we did the waterfall, maybe. Where's the steno pad? Well, we have this. That. Yeah, this gift bag has been awesome. You see how many pieces that we've gotten already out of it, and still hanging in there. There's still more in the box. Okay, so this is from a Yahtzee pad. Okay, and then that's still, both of those are still okay to use, probably. Where is the steno pad? It's like, how far could it go? Does anybody know? Okay. Okay, no steno pad. I don't know what I did with it. I only have one left that's green. I'm looking in the... Well, that is really weird. And then yet again, not. I always lose things on the messy desk, right? Always losing things on the messy desk. Okay, so this is what we're going to use. We're going to go ahead. It's going to get that. It's going to get a couple of these. Cut right there. It's so dreary here. It just feels like it should rain. Okay, and this will fit in there. Okay. What if we do 2 of them? So 2 of the blue notepads. Put one inside the other like that. And that can go up in there. So we're this is a different kind of waterfall. We're just making a little notebook here. I'm going to put the grid paper behind because I really like the look of that right there. And then all this can go inside here. And I lost my, there it is. I was going to say I lost my lace that I had ready. Okay. And okay, I'm going to go ahead and use the fabric tack. Ben Franklin is in Ojai, where my parents lived. It's not here. It's not here. I have Dollar General, Family Dollar, and my $1.49 store here in my little town. If you were talking about me, Bonnie. Okay. So I am putting the white lace on there, putting the black on top, and then I'm going to seal or adhere all of this together with the stapler. And that will go into that pocket. So we have this cute little note paper pamphlet there, and you can decorate that more if you wanted to. Forgot to put some, I was going to put a butterfly in there, but I didn't. It's all good. Okay. So we're going to want to decorate this. Today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, in case you didn't know. So I did choose some washi tapes. All my notepads that you can't find. Okay. This was Ben Franklin. That one, the purple kitty, the dolphins, the turtle, the giraffes. All those were Ben Franklin. Then Tuesday morning is another place I get my cool notepads. The other one is in the mail. My parents used to get them in the mail from all those places that they donated to. Some of them come from that. Everywhere. I've gotten them on vacation at gas stations, little mom and pop gas stations. I'm always looking for notepads because they're usually, the price is usually good, and I'm undoing that. That was round. This is from back when I used to make Happy Mail, so the little pinwheel things and stuff are kind of cool to have for that, but I don't need them for as much for this. I'm going to pull my wire over. So yeah, I pick them up everywhere. Plus yard sales, a lot of times people will, and estate sales, they'll have a whole package of notepads, and maybe you can't even tell what's in them. So, and I've been known to buy other things because there was a notepad that I wanted in it. I like notepads. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and attach this little, since we're doing tabs on the outside, I'm going to want to do a few of the tops of my tags and things with the same fabric, just to bring it throughout the journal. This already is giving us a little bit of bulk on this page, so adding that little bit of bulk there works out really well. Should buy them up and sell them in. Well, I guess we could think about that, huh? Okay, so there's that. Just very simply taking the Project Life card, and we could put it in there that way. I actually kind of like it, so I think I'll leave it like that. Okay, so we have another one here, and this one actually isn't quite, I want something longer for that pocket. I'm thinking like maybe a guest check. So I guess it's time. Oh, okay, so our guest check's going to need to get cut down. Oh, first of all, I like to take the piece off the bottom because I usually will use it somewhere else. But a lot of times it's because you're not going to see it because it's going to be in a pocket. But this time it's going to be in a top tuck. And so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to use my washi tape again. Cover up some letters. Give us something pretty going on down here. Now, I was doing this from over, no. Nah, that'll work okay. So, I saw a couple people asking, what do you do with the skinny washi tape? And oh my gosh, I love skinny washi tape when I can find the end of it. Wow. When I can find the end of the washi tape. There it is. Okay. I think that it's very, very pretty to have the little pieces. And sometimes I'll put them like right in the middle of the other piece. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and put some up on the top. Just to kind of finish it. And okay. Okay, so again, we have all the laces that we're using, and we can go ahead and make, well, let's come to the other side. Okay, so a little tail for our guest check here, where usually the thing would be on the top. Well, this time we're going to put it on the bottom. And I'm going to put it on with the stapler. Now, sometimes I would come back and, depending on what else is on this page, I might come back and put a button or a sticker on top of that. The other thing that I would probably do to this is add some stamping or stenciling. Okay, but there we've got the bottom of it is taken care of. What do I have that we can stamp with that will... It's like, oh, I have a butterfly. I have a butterfly. Okay, and I'm using the Ranger Archival. That is my favorite black ink pad. Stays On is my favorite, but it dries out too fast, so I don't do that anymore. Okay, so I'm going to put one there and one down here. Okay, and there we go. Okay, so we had started a little something in this pocket here. What else? So this is out of one of those binders, the gardening binder. I think, okay. Okay, here we go. We're going to go ahead and fold this over just past where it says tulips. Okay, and then I'm going to staple the bottom and the top because this is that glossy paper that I know is not going to glue together. And I'm just going to go ahead and staple those. And that will give me this big, huge tag that I really like. Can go ahead and add some washi up here to the top. Okay, and now we've got a place to add something here that that we have. Where did our butterfly paper go? There it is. Okay, if I fold this in half, it will fit in there. Okay, so I'm going to fold my butterfly in half. And I'm going to cut it right here. Okay, so this, it's a tag, but at the same time, it will hold a note, a place that we can journal. And there we go, just like that. Very, very simple. And okay, so here we have a pocket. It might want something. I found something to put on the, and this is how I really work, you guys. Bye, Patricia. Okay. Okay, so this didn't have anything. I can go ahead and put that on there. And it will also give us another place to tuck something in. If you wanted to tuck something under there, you'd be able to tuck it under there. Okay. So we have this spot here. And we have this white tag. I get these at Staples. Buy a big, huge box of them at a time. And let's see. Since we kept the words on the top of that tulip tag, we can go ahead and use words. I'm going to use words. Okay. Oh, you know what? This might be a good place to use the tag, one of the cards. So this is one way that I do embellishments, is just start at the beginning and go through the journal. Another way is I'll pull out book paper, which we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to work with book pages, and we're going to make embellishments and stuff just out of, well, not just book pages, but that's going to be our main thing that we're going to be using. So you can just put that in just like that. If you want to make it look more like a tag, you can go ahead and cut your corner. Then you can go ahead and flip your corner and hold it on the corner and cut it just like that, and you've got a tag. Okay. So, and you can put a hole in it. I'm not going to, because it has that butterfly on there and I don't want to mess up that butterfly. But I am going to put a little piece of our washi tape down here. And the one that we now have the end for. And I'm going to, this one, just come through the center. Just like that. We have this spot here. we'll save that one. That one we'll do a book page thing for that, I think. Okay. There's our stack a note. And so one of the things that I like to do with the stack a note is I usually go ahead and finish it off with some washi at the top of it. So it kind of looks like it got held there with the washi. And I do have a couple pieces of washi down here. that I want to use up. So, but you can go ahead and decorate more pages if you want to. You can add like the colored washi down here. Okay, now sides of pages, especially pages that are more fragile, that's going to drive me crazy. Washi tape on the side of a page is really, really a good thing. It will help keep it stable and look pretty, and it doesn't add bulk to your journal. Okay. Just adding adding to the calendar so that it kind of, you see, kind of get all the things going together. Okay, so that's one way that I add embellishments. Another way is just to make them and then add them in. So we're going to go ahead and make a couple of tags. So we have that tag. We have this tag. We can turn one of these into a little tag. It'll be a journaling card and you'll have a tag. Okay. And then we have these. Now this is actually I'm stuck on all the twine. Okay, so this is a really large tag that we have. So one of the things that I do like to use is the large tags. I actually make them for a lot of my journals now, digital kits. And so one of the things we can do here is just take this and fold it up. And again, there we've got another pocket because I like pockets. And I cannot lie. It says, no, you cannot use me today because you used the fabric tack instead of me. This might not be. There we go. Just put glue on, and I put the glue on the edge that's going to here to the larger side. So the smaller side is where I put the glue. Okay, and that gives me this pocket on a tag. Okay. One of the things is with tags, if you actually like to have the lines, then you might want to go ahead and attach your lined paper to your tag. Okay. So, and then I have the piece coming off, and just because I don't like to waste anything, I'm going to go ahead, pull that down. You can cut it off, of course. And then I'll just trim it up. Okay, so it's a tag, but I've got the extra journaling space that I've added onto it. And it could go, it can go right in here, but ideally this one is going to go really well into a top tuck. Okay, so another thing that we can do is if you have some flowers like on your scrapbook paper or in your magazine that you're using, you can go ahead and fussy cut some of the flowers. That will make such a difference in having things to decorate with or to embellish with. And because of all of these fluffy edges and giving you texture, that is a really, really great thing. Okay, we can leave that little ball there if you want to. And you can also go ahead and cut these out and use them like washi as well. Okay. So let's go ahead and make us. Yep, we still have more of the gift bag. I don't know if I want to use gift bag on that or not. Okay, and we even have this gift bag piece. Whoa, dizzy. Don't be dizzy. Okay, so we have this, and we can cover it with, if you have wrapping paper or something like that. We still have this piece from our coloring book page. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and stretch my neck. Here we go. I'm going to use that. And And I'm going to collage on that because I don't want to, which it would be better if this was thicker, but we don't have many choices today because we were doing this without scrapbook paper, without a digital kit. Trying to do it with just things that you would have around your house. You might have a cool coloring book. Okay, so there's that. Just cut it off. Okay, come over here and put this down. We're making a mini Franken page. We're collaging with what we have onto a page, and then we'll be able to cut it up and use it as tags and embellishments. Okay. Okay, so adding that there. And again, we're just using the things that we've been using throughout this journal. Well, it's a name that came up because of Nick the Booksmith. She named it. I believe it was her. And it is a collaged page. We're collaging using all of the items. Well, this is how I do it. I'm collaging using all the items that I've been using in this journal. So a little bit of each thing. And you can rip things. You can just go ahead and cut them however you want to put them on. And then you actually would want to sew on this. So I will show you where I'm going to sew it, and I'll sew it and we'll come back and use it either in tomorrow's video or the next day. But you can see, you're just going to go ahead and keep adding things that we used in the journal. I do want to put the flower. It also would make a great page in the journal. Both of the times that I've made these, I didn't want to cut mine up. When I got it made, it was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to cut it. It's so pretty. There's one in the Valentine, when I was making the Valentine journal. Okay, and then if you have your book paper, And you guys, I'm sorry, my brain is all over the place today. I probably should, maybe you guys, some of you were right and I should have taken the day off. But then what would I be doing? Okay. So you just go ahead and really struggling with this paper. It doesn't want to. Okay. I have to watch out with this book. I have to make sure that that what I choose is going to be okay. Because it's all over the place. So you just collage. Whoop. Thank you, Terry. I'm glad you can be a positive distraction too, but I just want you to know that when I get quiet, my mind is racing. It's like, woo. It's gone off into the. Okay, so I've taken a privacy envelope because we did use a privacy envelope in other places on here, and I'm looking at this, I'm like going, oh my gosh, look at that. That would be a perfect, like tuck. So naturally, I'm not going to use it for what I was going to use it for because that's how my brain is working today. Okay, so if this were in the journal somewhere, okay. Okay, so this will be a corner tuck. Probably like that. So like a top corner tuck. This might be a really great top corner tuck. And then that would give me a place to put this tag that I want to put in with the bottom showing. So anyway, I wanted some of this to go onto here. So this is what we're doing. There we go. So we'll go around the outside. So make sure if you're new to this series that you are in the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Facebook group. I did add the free digital is in the files section there. It's 22 files so far. There is going to be a 23rd file. I just haven't gotten it in there yet. Okay. So, yeah, so you might want to go check that out. And so this is from the top of the gift bag. So we are making a journal using items that you probably have around your house. So if you go back to and watch all of the parts, we've been making this journal. And right now I'm making what is called, they have named it a Franken page. It's a collaged page. And once we sew on it, it's going to look like Frankenstein was there. Okay, so anyway, here we go. We've got a couple pieces of, oh, this has got plastic on it. So we'll go ahead and, that's why it wasn't ripping so good. Okay, but I wanted, okay, I'm going to just go ahead and put that down. So, and then if you finished your February journal for the February Finish It Junk Journal Challenge, then today at 3:35 is your celebration. Your digital kit is already in the group and ready. And so you can go pick that up there. I do a challenge each month, a junk journal challenge. Our challenges, we have decided, are going to be no-buy challenges at least through July. And so you should be able to make the challenges with things that you have around your home. And okay, so this is a collaged Franken page. I think it just needs a little bit of something over here. And again, it could be a page that you're going to put in your journal, but I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and trim the edges. Oh, look what I did there. Yeah, this is just the bottom, so it's okay. Okay. So this is from the gift bag. This is from the coloring book. This is one of the note papers that we've been using. The book page. This is from one of the notepads we've been using. This is from a privacy envelope. This right here is a Project Life card. You could use magazine images, note papers. This is from a note paper. I think we need like a couple more things and just, let's see. Okay. That will be upside down. This is from the note paper. Too straight. Anyway, so what I'll be doing is I'll be sewing around some of these pieces with my sewing machine, and then it will come out. It will look like like Frankenstein. You could just go around and around and around. You can make designs however you want to do with your page. And it turns out really pretty cool. I think we definitely need something over on this side. Okay, the other thing I have is I have some washi tape that we can add. This is all black and white over here though. Okay. Terry, if you print the pages that have like, what do they have? One, two. They look like they have like 8 journaling cards on them. There's 3 of them. That would be a good page. And then the envelope page, the page that has the envelope. What else? The 3 large tags. And then the journaling card page that is all the old, okay, do I have it here? Oh, here, I'll show you real quick. And I'm going to show you, and I'll do a Facebook live in just a few minutes after this and show you what you want to have. And then you want a file folder, and you want some lace. Make that 2 file folders and some lace. And there. Okay, so I want some color here. That's the only other thing I'm like, do I have any more of just, oh, you know what? We have the other Project Life card that we've been using. Yes, if you don't sew, you can go ahead and draw faux stitches or fake stitches around what you're using. So let's see. So you can say this was glued on. You can go ahead and literally just put fake stitches around. You could hand sew some of it. You know, just pick a couple things and hand sew a couple if you wanted to. So you just sew, and then you can see when it gets put on there, you know, how much more character it has. And so this is from, it's a Project Life card also. And we'll go ahead and get some color for this poor little page that just needs some color. There we go. What do I line my page? I line my page before the stitching. I like the stitching to be on both sides. A lot of people will go and line their the back page with something else, and that's fine. As I told you guys, I'm a lazy crafter. That's an extra step, but I also like the way things feel. I like texture. So having that stitching show up, see, I used one of the butterfly pages as my back page. And so it's going to, oh, let me get this glue off here. It's going to, I'm going to have this, when I tear this apart, I'm going to have lines on the back. So, okay, I'm going to cut this up here. Okay, so that is our collaged page. And if you can imagine taking and cutting it, one of the things, I mean, you cut it into tags and have, you know, beautiful tags or pockets. But it also would be a beautiful page in the journal as well. So that is another way of, we're getting ready to make an embellishment out of that. So, okay, so we have this. This is from the top of the bag again. And we're just going to go ahead and back it with, but you see we've got our holes right here and right here, they're ready to be it's ready to be a tag. I should have just backed the whole thing and then. Okay, so we can go ahead and back this on the lined paper or something. Okay. Oh, you'll be glad that you did. Having the sewing machine out and being able to use it is awesome. Okay, so I've got that stack of lined paper over here. So I'm using that. If I could find the steno paper, I would do some of them with the steno paper because we've used steno paper in other parts of this journal. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to use the hole that was already in it. Excuse me. I am going to make this one look like a tag. So I've got my corner. I've got my corner. I'm going to pull it over here, upside down. Hold it. There we go. I have that tag. And you can do the same thing with this one. Back it, and then cut the edges. Now you could do the same thing on. Where did it go? So you could do the same idea on anything that you have. Going ahead and you can make a Franken tag without actually doing the big one. So you can also do this on if you have an envelope that you want to bring the colors in. It's a great way to use up your scraps. So you can do it as you're going along. And just okay. So, but collaging is a great way to, especially if you don't have a lot of the color or whatever that you're trying to use throughout. If you're trying to get that kind of a theme going, then one of the ways to be able to get it is, you can use little tiny pieces and there we go. We'll just keep. So right now I'm using up the things that are on my desk. Okay, and you don't have to go all the way to the top, and don't have to go all the way to the bottom either, but I am going to. was like, oh, but I don't want to cover up my pink. Don't want to cover up the pink. So what I can do is I can come across here like this. Well, thank you. You guys are funny. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now to help make this all cohesive, I think I used all my little black and white. I did. Okay, here's my washi. So I'm going to take my washi that I've been using and I'm going to use it across up here. And I like the look of it up close next to the white. Okay. Then I discovered that there's a little place down here that I kind of missed. So I'm going to add some washi down there. Okay, so there we've got a collage tag. And you can either sew this or not. And we're just going to cut around the edges. And we have this beautiful, beautiful tag that will match really well in our journal. And I hope this doesn't ruin it, but I was thinking that, you know, the other thing that we've been doing is adding the butterfly stamp, because I kind of do have a butterfly thing going on here. And just with that spot right there, I was like, well, that could hold a butterfly. So there we go. Hopefully that didn't mess it up too much. Could do the same thing on, okay, so we have the butterfly. Could do the same thing on our pre-Franken page. So right now it's just a collaged page. Go ahead and add our butterfly. Okay, so we have this little tuck, and I want it, it's going to be, it'll go down here, actually. I want to decorate that. Okay, so that doesn't match. That would have been perfect, but it doesn't match. So I'm going to come over here. I have this right here, and up here I have some postage stamp scissors. You guys might have some of those from back in the day. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a postage stamp. I just did it backwards, but that's okay. Okay, so making a postage stamp. We're going to go ahead and glue our postage stamp down. Okay, and I'm going to leave some of the black showing just because it's, I like it. Okay, and go find my other favorite stamp. It wasn't where I used to keep it. I was like panicking. Okay. Okay. And then cancel it. And then let it dry. And that will be on the inside of that tuck. I kind of like things to have a surprise. So I think that'll be kind of fun to, when you open this, you've got that little stamp there. And let's see, go like this. It's a little bit of it's kind of plasticky, and so I don't want it to, okay, it's going to come down like this. Okay. So let's go ahead and this is going to be a tuck that we can put into the journal. And I am going to, got this that I wanted to do on the other and couldn't. So I'm holding it with my left hand and tearing it with my right. And that will give me, so that the torn edge shows up with the shoreline. The shoreline, you know, like at the beach. So see how it tears and you see some of the white of the paper, like the shoreline of the beach. Oh, Julie, you're a cuckoo head. And so just ripping it and okay, now I'm going to hold it from the left. Sorry about that. Somebody was calling. How dare they? Don't they know I'm busy? Okay. So we can add this on here. Whoop, hold on. My computer's gonna die. For some reason, I didn't plug it in. Or I unplugged it. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So I'm sorry, you guys. This is a little bit all over the place. And again, if you're a member of the group, you already know why. I'm a little out of it. Okay, so just taking the edge of that note paper and adding it down here. Now we're going to go ahead and we're pretty good. It's mostly dry. I'm going to fold this over. And so this will get put onto down on the edge of a page like this, and we'll be able to pull it up and write in here. So it's another one of those little side tucks. Okay, and you have that little surprise in there, which I think is really fun. And more trash. Well, not trash, but okay, so we collaged a tag. We sort of collaged this. And then we have this little butterfly that we can, ooh, I like it on there. Okay, so maybe we should cut out some more of the butterflies off of those pages or rip them off. Maybe. Okay, I like that. We'll add that little butterfly right there. What's all the letters? I don't know. Okay, so, you know what we can put on here? Remember I was struggling with this, and so I'm thinking just a little bit of the washi. Oh, no. Look at, okay. So hold with the left, tear with the right, and that gives us some of the coast. Hold with the left, tear with the right. Okay. And it's okay to go back to things that you're just not sure about. And add a little more. Okay. I think we're going to do that, and then come up here and we're going to rip this butterfly. Pace yourself on ripping things, you guys, because you don't want your thumb to not work. Okay, just glue it in the center. Oh, I should move my fingers or something so that you don't think that I froze. We don't freeze as often. You guys remember when we used to freeze all the time? Oh my gosh. Or get kicked off. I don't know what's different, except for we learned not to say that word. Okay, so this is our big paper clip that we made. We added the little charm. What time is it? And so you can make little charms with sequins and beads, just like right onto a bulb pin or a safety pin. Oh, I forgot I had this butterfly. I have this one. This was in my mom's stuff. It would be fitting to put and my mom loved butterflies, and when I was a little girl she collected, everything had butterflies on it. That was her thing. Way back then. It is purple though. I don't know. What do you think? Purple butterfly? Nee. I don't know. Big part of me says no. Big part says no. Well, we're still standing at just one thumbs down that happened before I even got here. Thank you to... You know, they actually say that even a thumbs down, it counts good for you, so it's not a bad. It's bad when other people see it and they go, oh, must not be good. I'm going through, I'm looking to see if I can find something to make a charm for you. quickly because, oh, that was my paper clip. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, so I don't know if you all have seen those bracelets at Michael's, or those stretchy bracelets that have all the little sparkly things on them. Well, some of them come already ready to be a charm. Whoop, charm down. And, oh, you know what? We have words in there. Okay, there's words on these charms. There's some seahorses, dolphins, these pretty things. And so, what do we got? Dream, love, believe, dream, faith, family, love, happy. I'm going to do happy. And I'm just going to pull it. I'm going to pull the whole chain and everything off, maybe. I can't see. My glasses are dirty. I better wash my glasses before I go teaching you at the celebration. So who's bringing dessert to the celebration? What are you bringing? I'm supposed to ignore it. Sorry, Bonnie. I know. It's a trip. Carrie, it was here before I even came on. So, and I wasn't late. It just happens. Okay, so this says happy. I wonder if I should go ahead and, because it's long, I could go ahead and put that on the tassel. So we did, if you weren't here earlier, we did make a tassel today. And we made a large flat paper clip. We made a Franken page. I showed you how sometimes I go through and I start at the beginning and I start making things specifically for the pages that they're in, that need things in the pockets. So sometimes that's how I do it. Then sometimes I just start making things and then go and try and figure out where in the heck they're going to go. So like this tag, it's like, okay, I made this tag. Where in the heck is it going to go? And so then I'll come and find it a home. This one would do really well in one of those package. Oh, there, that's a good place for that. That is a good place for that. We've got glue right here. Why? Okay. And we have a spot that I don't want to forget to put something in it. I'm going to go ahead and staple it. So we're going to put it through and staple it. And I do that just because the stapling doesn't take up as much, it doesn't make it as bulky as putting a knot in it. Okay. So we did add the tabs. We started adding lace. So we got one piece of lace in there. And we added all kinds of little goodies. Still have a lot to make and to add. I went ahead and added that happy charm just to the, well, that ain't gonna go, to the tassel, because I like I like the length of it. I was like, oh, that's like perfect to go with that butterfly, and it might help you notice the butterfly even better. So there we go. And so we have our large paper clip. We'll be able to come in here and it can hold something closed. And at the same time, you have the beautiful charm hanging off. And we'll want to add a couple more of the beautiful charms so that you can see them from the outside. I think that they're really cool. Don't want to lose that. Did I put anything else out? Put anything else away? Okay, let's check this out. Our tassel, our Franken page, and tonight I'm going to go ahead and I'll be sewing around these, and then we'll have this to be able to cut up and use for tags or pockets, or that type of thing that we want to use inside here. We did make this little tuck, and that will just go on the bottom edge of a page, and just like this. So I've shown in one of the videos last year, just shortly after my mom passed away, I was going through her coloring books, and it was really, really a trip how she used her coloring books. She didn't actually color in all of them. Some of them she would take like this and she would write things in the circles on the coloring book page. So I give you that as an idea when you're using coloring book pages, or you're Zentangling your own pages, that you can go ahead and write things in the flowers and in the lines. It was really cool to see, this year there's been so many things that I found that it's like, wow, she did that. What was she thinking? Okay, we never did finish this. I'm really liking the idea of putting the big flower on that. What glue do you have, Joyce? What glue do you have? I know many of you do not like the glue that I like, but I really like it because I can use it for everything. Oh, the fabric glue from Dollar Tree. Okay. Did I buy that? Did I buy any of that? I don't remember if I did or not. I love that. Okay. I'm going to put that over the top of that. So don't forget that you can fussy cut the images out of what you do have. If you have a magazine, if you have some mail that came that had something really cool on it, really pretty flower or something, you can go ahead and fussy cut and use it. Oh my gosh, I love this. So this pad came from Tuesday Morning, and it was a little more expensive, but it also came with a pen. Okay, so there I have that to put in somewhere, and this could be a floating pocket. So like if you're building a prayer journal or something, that's one of the things that I use a floating pocket for. Is I will go ahead, I'll put together some notes like this so that I can list the people and the things that I'm praying for, and I'll put them in the pocket, and then that pocket can go with me as I go through the journal. It's not a stationary page. So that's, you know, or if you're using a journal for projects, like home projects, and this could hold your master list. So say you're, or you're already working, you've decided, I'm home, I'm going to make Christmas presents. And so you might have your Christmas list on that you're working with, and you want to take it through. So so there we go. That is what I do with those pockets. And then the big paper clip, it will hold it. Okay. Oh, and look how pretty that looks. I think it's going to go right there. Does anybody know what that's from? What movie that's from? I think it should go right there. And it made me laugh. It made me laugh. It's one of my favorite. I can watch that movie and I don't have to pay attention to it, but it makes me happy. Makes me happy movie. Okay, so we also have this little corner here. This little corner went to the market that I think might be kind of fun to use on one of these. It has to do with a big, like, spill of colored water. A big spill of colored water on a white carpet in a high-rise apartment. Anybody? Anybody? It has Sandra Bullock in it. Yep. Yep. Blue water out of the vase. Blue water out of the vase. And a couch. Yes. Susan got it. I know you know what it is, Terry. Fluffy. Here, Fluffy. Okay, so here we made a little tiny, took the edge off of this because, you know, don't want to waste it. Added it to one of those little note cards, added a little piece of ticket. And then what we can do is we can go ahead and fold this. We're just about done here. Fold this, put that in there. Okay, so there we go. And you can put more papers in there. Let's see, we have this paper. This is when oh, I love Hope Floats also. Yep. I love all those. I don't watch that much TV or movies anymore, but I love those. Sleepless in Seattle, While You Were Sleeping, You've Got Mail. Okay, so here we've got this and this and this. And we can go ahead and This is the string I had left from tying one of the journals. And we can just go ahead and I am going to, oh, let's go through the center. I'm going to do a 3-hole punch, even though it really only needs 2, because it is hard for me to tie a 2. You know, one where you just have the 2 holes. I can't get it a good tie on it. So, okay. I think that learning how, well, we used to do some book binding for school. But I think that this has been one of the best things. I love being able to make my own little notebooks and stuff to use for things. So just like I did the big journal, I've gone through that edge, and now I'm going to go ahead and double tie it. And that gives me a little tiny notebook journal thingy, a little mini. And I can add something to those, especially since they're on the outside. I should have left the needle on there, and I didn't. Do I have anything little? The butterflies are big. I have a little ladybug. I have a little bee. We'll do a little bee. Oh yeah, bee doesn't have a hole. So, and go ahead and tie my, thread my needle. It doesn't want to thread. There we go. It was threading without me. Okay, that was weird. And I'm just going to go ahead and stick the needle through the head of the bee. Yeah. So we have a whole different section of people that are cooking. My tummy's growling. I need to go eat lunch so that my brain will be working for the celebration. So, but here we go. We just go ahead and you can use little sequins. So if you have some sequins or table scatter, party scatter hanging around, that's something that you can add to the outside of your journal. And then another thing that you can add is you could go ahead and you can take your little butterfly, cut them out. Or rip them if you wanted to rip them. I'm just going to cut because time and my thumb. Only so much ripping a day. Okay, and then on my other one I'm going to put a butterfly. So I'm going to lay my butterfly down, add the glue eventually. Bye, Sarah. Oh, that's right. I have pizza left from dinner last night. There was even a piece left. I gave my husband his for lunch, and there was still a piece left. Thank you for reminding me, Terry. Ah, that's funny. Okay, so there we go. We have our little butterfly. We have our little bee. They will be on the outside of our little journaly thing here. And then I think we've got one more. We've got a couple more little butterflies on here. I'm going to cut another butterfly and put it on that tag. Yeah, on that ticket. So tickets, if you have, maybe in your purse, you might have some tickets from a silent auction or a raffle that you went to. So you know, that might be a place that you might have some tickets. Now that sounds good. Burritos sound, see, I made tri-tip the other night. It's a roast that we all like here in California. So I made it and thinking that I was going to have enough for burritos, and my husband liked it so much that there wasn't barely enough for lunch the next day. So, yeah. He's enjoying the variety of, cuz I did all my shopping in one day, and so instead of buying just that few things, I bought all these different things, and I was like, "Oh, well, I better get different stuff since I was getting so much." And there you go. Okay. So we have a couple pages in the center that are, have nothing on them. And so I'm going to go ahead and just add that little bit of, I added the washi tape, and I think we'll go ahead and I'm tearing the edge of this, and I know it's weird. I'm going to go ahead and make a little border tuck. You can do everything that you do in a big journal in a little journal. You can put pockets, you can put tucks. All those fun things can go in a journal. Okay. So that gives us a little tuck in there. And we could have put some lined paper in there. That would have been good, but we didn't. Wrong side of the page. Okay, so pocket in the back. And here we go. Pocket in the back. Okay. So we had like 70 people qualify for the February finisher celebration. I am overwhelmed. I'm like, wow. That is a lot of people that finished. There we go. Okay. So it gives us a little tiny notebook, gives you an idea of some things that you can do. You can go ahead and have a ticket like that. You could even add more papers inside your little ticket. And then just gives you some places to write. And we used up the things that we had hanging around. I'm going to go ahead and just have the ticket be here. Just one single ticket. And we'll put this other ticket back here in the little tuck spot. Okay, so this would like a spot, and I think that this little spot right here might just be perfect for it. There we go. Okay, so I think we are good here. It is time. Wow, it is time. It's past time. It's past time. And so I hope you enjoyed this and got some ideas for some embellishments. I will go ahead. We'll be doing book pages next. So you'll want to come with book pages, glue, lace, and some images like from we'll be using like the things like we use today. So this, possibly your things from your calendar, and other things. We'll also be looking at we'll have the Franken page decorated or sewn, and so that we can find places that we might want to use items from that. And I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Like I said, I really want to apologize that my brain is out there today. For those that don't know, my mom passed away a year ago today, and I'm a little more, than I thought I would be. So, meaning my brain is it's not firing on all of its cylinders. It's not firing on all. I gotta leave this up here, or Chip will eat it. Okay, so there we go. We did a lot of things. We made some tags. We started from the front and added embellishments. We got this little thing made out of the bag, the gift bag, and then some note card and a piece of Yahtzee and some graph paper. And then we used a Project Life card, and we made a little tag for here. And we used a guest check, and we made a little tag, and we decorated the bottom of it for here, because this is a top tuck. We used this from the garden book, turned it over and have a little flap here, and then just added one of our note pages so that we have a place to write there. In our little fabric pocket, there's our lace that we added. We added the 4 tabs on the black journaling pages. We're going to add more lace. Made the tag out of one of the little greeting cards. So there's that. We're still going to bring something in and put it there. There's our paper clip. We added washi to the top and the bottom of our stack a note. This is our big tag, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it right there. It'll hold those. And we even have a pretty charm on our big paper clip. Added some washi tape to the edge of our paper. I like to do that. And then we have our pocket that can go, it's a floating pocket. So this can go throughout the journal. And we made it with that really large tag that came in the wedding invitations that I had. We stamped on the calendar on a couple of the squares. And we're going to add some washi tape to both of the music pages and both of the map pages. So that one and this one will get some washi or lace. Excuse me. And then we got to here and I went, oh, well, let's start making things So we added our lace to our butterfly here. Here's another one of our tabs. And this is the waterfall we made yesterday. I still think that that's pretty cool. And, oh yeah, we want to put that one in a top tuck. Okay, so that is what we got done today. Somewhere we have that pretty tag that we made. Oh yeah, we made the little flip up. We made this little tag. And then somewhere in here we have that pretty tag that we made that was like a Franken tag. A Franken tag. Somewhere. There it is. Okay. And then we have our little flip up here as well. So those are the embellishments we got done today. Make sure that you come back and tell me which one was your favorite. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're continuing to enjoy this series. If you're brand new and you are joining the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Facebook group, we are so glad to have you. Make sure that you answer the questions so that Joyce can let you in. We don't let people in that don't answer the questions because we had some people come, or robots or whatever. We had some people that weren't supposed to be in our room, and we don't want that to happen. So we do that as a precaution, and we thank you so much for being here, and we hope that you're all being safe and that everybody's well and that your family is well. And those of us that pray, we're praying for all of you. And then for those that finished their February challenge journal and you finished it on time, your invitation's in the February group. And we'd love to have you join us at the celebration at 3:35 Pacific time. Make sure you bring a file folder, some lace, and you want to have your digital images, the large tags, and this is the mini journal kit. So that page that has the big flower here and the little flower here. This one that has all just that same, the brown and then the flower. And then this one that has the side by side of the other big flowers. Okay, so we will see you there. If you're interested, this digital kit will be available in the Etsy shop probably tomorrow. And of course it will be half price. And then also there's a second digital kit that is the bright colors. It is amazing. And it will be available too. So you'll have those, and I haven't looked to see how well they go with our regular pansy. Let's see. Is this pansy? Nope, this is Mom's Flowers. So this was the kit that you won you got if you finished your was it February journal? And these, my mom had painted those flowers and I found that in her stuff. I'm not finding pansies. Oh, here we go. There's a couple pages of it. So it's a little different. It's going to go really well with the bright one, I think. Oh, yeah, it'll be fine. Oh, yeah, I like it. Okay, so that's been on my mind. I've been wondering if it was going to work. Thank you for putting up with me while I check that out. File folder, lace, digis, wine cake on it. Yep. Yes, and don't forget to download your free digital for that class. For those of you, tomorrow's April 1st, and there will be a brand new challenge starting tomorrow. I hope to get those videos made right now after I eat lunch. If I don't, then they will show up, in my early morning. Okay? Find something to celebrate every day. Thank you all for being here. Have an amazing day. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Hit the notification bell so you know when I go live. And yeah, all of that. So we'll see you and scrap all about it with Dear Julie. Have a great day. Thank you for the hugs. Bye. Bye-bye.